Yeah, that really is good. And it's packed with cheese. Look at all that. I'm going to give that to Sue straight away because she's absolutely... You know what she's like? Eee. Did you see that? We've got that on camera. Right, okay, we're at the HARBURY catch in Warwick and we've spent 3 hours getting here. And I've seen it on TikTok, a few different things that they did the battered chips and they did a few other really nice looking items, and they make their own cakes here too and all kinds of stuff. With us being on our way to Ely for an event, thought we couldn't not pop in, could we? So let's get cracking on it. Nice packaging. Oh my God. That's a large chips. Now, it's not cheap, but is the quality up there? Let me put them chips there and try not to tip the van with it. You got a fish cake. We've got curry, an Irish curry, mushy peas. Okay, that's the jumbo cod. Let's have a little look. That's what they've wrote it down as. Let's have a little look at this. This is Sue's Tandoori loaded fries. And how do they look? I mean, they look pretty awesome, don't they? You'll find all the information of the price of the fish and chips and whatnot, more details in the description. So check that out. Oh, that's good. Yeah, that really is good. And it's packed with cheese. Look at all that. Now, we're a bit stringy. I'm going with the mozzarella there. We've got all kinds. I'm going to give that to Sue straight away because she's absolutely... You know what she's like? Eee. Did you see that? We've got that on camera. Well, I mean, that's the jumbo. Let's give it a try. I mean, it is tasty. Really is. Break open a bit more of this batter. Now, I'm told that they actually weigh everything. I'll tell you what though, it's delicious. So how do I like the fish? Well, the fish, I'll be honest with you, it's very, very tasty. And what about these chips? I tell you what, let's pour a few on here. Now, this is a large battered chips. That's a lot of chips in there, a lot of chips. So yeah, on portion size, that's looking pretty good. That's only half of it. I don't think that's half of it. So you do get a lot in a large portions. They're nice. Let's go for a bit of tartar sauce on there. It does taste delicious. Cracking little group of shops here. We've got a co-op here, we've got parking spaces, we've got a coffee shop, we've got HARBURY catch. Yeah, it's not bad at all. The chips are nice. I do like the idea of the battered chips. I've had battered chips everywhere. I had battered chips in Black Country, orange chips. I've had battered chips in Scotland, and I've had tempura battered chips, chili tempura battered chips. I've had battered chips in a few places, and I'd say these are okay. But there is plenty of them. I love the packaging, cardboard tops, all environmentally friendly. There's no plastic tops on these. Now this is the Irish curry. Let's have a little look. See, now that's more my curry. Not too many bits going on, quite smooth. That's delicious. Oh, that really is nice. It's got a lovely kick to it. Let's try it with a chip. Now there's the combo right there. And I've got a bucket load of chips here to go with it. So I'm not going to run out, because we're going to sit here and we're going to eat all our food before we head on to Ely for the night. The curry sauce is fantastic.
Which one did you have?
I had the Irish.
The Irish. Okay. I told you the Irish was the nicest.
Yeah, it really is nice. You know, so I've got...
Nice sweetness to it, hasn't
it has. And that little kick at the end. And I've got the fish cake to do. And the mushy peas. And my wife got 25 quid with the cakes there. We don't eat cake, but it seems like we're going to be eating cake today.
Yeah, no, we love it here. So, yeah. Nice. Enjoy.
Wonderful, thank you. Right, okay. Let's go with the mushy peas. They've been sat there a little minute there, so I'm going to give them a stir. Okay, let's get a few chips in. These are said to be made in-house as well, so let's have a little look at that. The fish cakes, and I would say they were. And that looks pretty good. Yeah, very subtle. You can see the fish in there. Plenty of potato going on. We've got parsley. And when I say subtle, I mean getting into it. Too subtle. Let's get stuck into this curry sauce again with it. Nice like that. There's some quality stuff going on here. Right, okay, we've not finished there. We've got desserts. They make it in-house. And those, I'm told they do. And we'll get on them in a minute. So you think they'd make this in-house?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, some chocolate on the top there. And it's pistachio. You know, this thing that's been going, it's craze on pistachio nuts. Okay. And just get to the bottom here. It's more like a very thick mousse. Or a kind of a warm ice cream, if you like. I don't know. I think that would probably not melt. But then again, absolutely delicious. What else have we got? We've got this one. Look at that. A pistachio cannoli. That looks pretty good. I have to get the big knife on it. And okay, how does that look? Looks pretty impressive, doesn't it? It's like a bug. Very heavy. I don't just mean in weight. You know, like your Christmas pudding. It's heavy. Dense. It wouldn't take you many bites of this to fill you up. We have no idea what these are. My wife just went mad. At the other end of the counter, there's the bakery side of things and the ice creams. So while I was getting the food at one side, my wife was picking us up a dessert at the other. There's 4 different things. I'm going to cut them in half. It's all sorts of things. Very heavy, very sugary. I'll just have a bite of this because I really am filling up. They're all sugar. A lot of it, which will help, no doubt, preserve them. Tasty, yeah. Heavy. If I'd have just had the one, that would have done. If I'd have just had this big pistachio cannoli, or this half of one even, that would have probably done. Bearing in mind, we've been off sugar now for nearly 2 months. And that's probably had an effect, because all of a sudden I'm getting all this sugar. And then I'll be back off sugar again once we go back on the road. But for today, we've indulged. It was nice. And it's made me think I'll probably not have any more sugar for a while, but I'm going to enjoy this. Back to the computer, where we'll have a look at some reviews. A low one, a high one, somewhere in the middle. So we'll see you there. Right, the HARBURY catch in Warwick. It looked fantastic from the outside. Looked like thousands of pounds worth of false flowers all over the place, decorative plants. It was beautiful and well set out, modern. You walk inside and it's stunning, really. And I've never really seen a chippy like it. All the packaging had cardboard lids and it was just wonderful. Once the review was over, we were still in the car park and we were talking to a few couples going past and asking us all about what we do and things like that, and how we enjoyed the meal. And then the owner of the shop came out. We hadn't seen him before that, so that was a bit of a surprise. He obviously asked us about what we thought of the meal and things like that. We didn't really go into much detail. I didn't tell him what I was reviewing it at, so that's going to be a bit of a surprise. Well, he'll know that now because we've been home a few days and I've put a Google review up. But you could tell he took such a pride in his business. It was just evident. Wherever you looked, you could tell that there was a lot of pride going to that. Let's have a look at some of these reviews. 1 star. Had a box of their lovely chips, but we wanted coffee as well. You have to go to the other side for the coffees. We got our coffees. I'm presuming he means there's 2 tills, one for cakes, ice creams, one for chip shop food. So I'm presuming it must be that. We got our coffees and my wife's coffee leaked. They had squashed the cup edge, causing it not to fit, so that's presumably the lid not fitting tight on the top. I asked if it could be changed. I was asked if I wanted a different cup. Yes, it leaks. They then forgot about my chips, even though they give you a disc that buzzes when your order is ready. Very disorganised and not busy at all. A surprising experience, probably won't use again. It's a shame it got a 1 for that, really, but it's their review. 3 star. Chips are battered here, so normal chips have to be ordered separately, which means ordering a large. Portions are quite small for the prices and not the fastest service. Not for me. 5 star. The best chippy I've ever had, but it's not a normal chippy. It has an amazing concept with exceptional quality, choice and cleanliness. I live 50 minutes away and would happily travel here every time. It's that good. Response from the owner. Thank you, Rita, for your kind words. It means a lot. I will say it's not the cheapest around, but the quality is right up there. Mine, 5 star. Pulling up to HARBURY Catch, I found ample parking available for a small cluster of shops. From the front, the shop looks impressive, well designed and modern. There is seating inside and outside, including undercover areas. The interior is spacious with a large counter, and farther along there's another counter serving cakes and ice cream. The cakes were delicious, varied and very sweet. The staff were all smiles, polite and eager to assist, and the shop was spotlessly clean. We ordered the Tandoori chicken-loaded chips, which were plentiful and delicious, packed with fresh peppers and other ingredients, and coated in a mild cheese. The cod, although not appearing particularly large at first, proved to be thick, with super fresh, large white flakes, and coated in a tasty, light, almost crumbed batter. Maybe it's just the way it was done. It just seemed to have like a crumb texture, or even to look at. I ordered a large portion of battered chips, and the portion was enormous. While the texture of the potato within wasn't fantastic, the flavour was excellent. The Irish curry sauce was something special. There were far too many chips for us to finish in one sitting, especially as we were sampling a variety of foods. So we took them home, baked them until even crispier, and enjoyed them later while watching a film, dipping them into that curry sauce. The mushy peas had quite a loose consistency, though they were pleasant and not over-seasoned. The fish cake was large, but a little bland. Overall, this is not only a great chippy, it's an experience. I'd certainly like to return at some point to dine in. Cooking in oil, payment cash or card, hygiene rating 5, fish review, large cod. And actually I believe they're in the top 40 for the National Fish and Chip Awards this year. So that'll be interesting to see how they progress through that. So see you on the next one.